Nurse's Cap by Disaster X comes in a myriad of styles and flavors. There is the simple fabric white, there is also black cloth, leather, and good old-fashioned PVC plastic for all you kinky bastards out there. This mod will allow you to craft and customize a Nurse's Cap. It has 3 color variations, 3 materials, 2 glow variations, and you can give it the special bonus of your choice. You can craft it using Chemistry Station under Nurse's Cap category, and you can upgrade / alter it using any armored station. This can be worn by your character and any follower or settler. It's female only, so patriarchy. And pretty much that is it to this one. Short, sweet, simple, and if you want to give it to Curie, it's fantastic. I mean, technically she is a nurse. Or if you just have a thing for nurses and you want to heal the Commonwealth by killing mofos, this is definitely up your alley. Extended Hair Colors for LooksMenu by Expired6978 is a mod that adds some highlights to your character's hair. You might have noticed it in the previous mod I've shown off, or sometimes in other mods. It's made some brief appearances. Now this mod adds a couple variations in hair color, and they are compatible with any hairstyle in the game, including other hairstyles by other modders. This mod requires LooksMenu 1.20 or greater to work. And overall, I think it is quite interesting, especially if you're kind of tired of the singular color of a character. I think the big flaw of Fallout is the fact that hair customization is still kind of stuck in the 1990s or something. Like really. Hell, I take it back, not even the 90s, the 40s. I mean, the fact that you can create a character and there's no room for like a streak of red or blue, it kind of sucks really, because if it's about customization and making the character your own, then these sort of options should already exist in the vanilla game. It's quite sad that it's up to modders to sort of fill in the blanks. I almost at times think Bethesda kind of just writes it home, like, okay, we'll make this. Leave it to the modders, they can create all the really good shit. Fuck it, collect the checks! Bless you, Todd Howard, bless your soul! But really, this is a welcome mod, and if you were looking for a bit more customization in your character's hair, then this is fucking perfect. I specifically like the violet and I like the blue. It's just that right level of just a peak of color. And as someone who dyes his hair often, I feel that there needs to be more mods like this, giving us more variation and more choice. Hopefully Apache hairstyles will make it into Fallout. Fingers crossed, you never know. One day, hopefully. Smaller power armor helmets with a clear visor by day is one of the most underrated mods of the Nexus, I think, and I'm surprised that so few people have actually checked it out since my initial download of it. The mod author writes, so after doing some work on non-power armors, he's turning his hand towards power armor. Just a small mod at the moment. What the mod does is it rescales the power armor helmet to a size more closely related to the human head. This has 2 major benefits as the mod author sees it. One, it makes power armor suits appear much bigger, and it also allows a clear visor so you can see parts of your character's face. I can honestly say that I personally find this to be far more immersive. Also the fact that there's no more clipping with the power armor face tubes, and it provides a more humanistic look. In a sense of, it now makes the power armor seem more plausible to me. Whereas to before it was this giant sort of helmet that was not really distinguishable. In a sense of, I don't know, the visor lacked characteristic. It looked like a big plastic helmet at times. But with this mod, it actually creates a more machine atmosphere, a more robotic feel. It definitely embodies a helmet. And maybe since I ride motorcycles, the clear visor is a welcome addition that brings more life to the suit as a whole. I could say the only critique I could have for it is if it would add something like a darker visor, a bit more tinted, and make the glass visor seem more pronounced, so that you are more aware of its existence than you are head on. At the side, the glass is very visible. Head on, you don't see it really. But overall, that's just my personal opinion. I've been using this mod for a very long time now. and hopefully it has piqued your interest and curiosity, as it has done mine. More Smarter Companions mod by Deflock47. Have you ever wished that there was a bigger reason to choose a companion other than which one looked the best? Did you ever hate that your companion was too stupid to retreat or switch weapons? Would you like to see Dance run someone over with his power armor, then stick around and read through the rest of my bad grammar? This is the mod author's description. Now what this mod does is it modifies companions to have a lot more uniqueness to their fighting styles. Some have a chance of getting better permanent guns, most get fun special abilities, and all get a much needed AI upgrade, plus perks 15 to 35 per follower, and the mod author changed a lot more. Now, if I were to break this down, or should I say if I were to read this to you verbatim, it would take a while and more footage than I actually have brains enough to take of this mod. Overall, this is a much needed boost to the game. No longer will your follower be nothing more than a bullet sponge designed to take on attacks till you can regroup yourself and finish off the army of enemies yourself. In fact, the AI has been improved so much so, your companions can actually survive gunfights now. They get downed a fuck ton less. It's actually quite astonishing. When I think about it, that the mod author took the time to make your companions more than some idiotic pack mule, it's just mind-boggling that Bethesda would put out the game in the state that it was in. Before this mod, I was watching companions basically get mauled to the point of it was like, why even bother with human? I'll just travel with dog meat all the time, because essentially dog meat was more useful than a person. Now, no more. Kate can use melee weapons. Do you remember how it was before? You get into a gunfight, and then the enemies will run up to your teammate, your companion, and your companion just stands there, and it's they beat your companion to death and shoot him, and you just watch them get taken out. Now, if someone gets in close quarters combat with your companion, they are likely to pull out a melee weapon, provided you gave them one. It's a much needed boost to the intelligence of the character. Now, some characters, the mod author has gone to great lengths to modify this. Let's see. Lieutenant Dance, for instance, and Strong. They're not stealth characters, so if you try to use them stealthily, it's going to end badly for you. But Piper, Nick Valentine, Deacon, and Dogmeat, these companions are good with stealth. They also get weapon boosts of 5% in power for every 10 levels and up to 25% for companions. All damage boosts to all weapons and enemies level 50 and above start at level 70 for max to 25% to level 120. Companions receive perks for weapons they would prefer. Chems, alcohol, food, stim pack use, night state perks, radiation, immunity, variations on their personality types and race. The mod author has gone to great lengths to make something that is truly worthy of Fallout and is truly worthy of you as a gamer. This right here is one of the best mods in the Nexus, and I strongly recommend it. I apologize for not going in depth with it like I normally would, but this would need an entire mod spotlight on its own for me to truly give you the depths of this fantastic piece of work. Black Widow Armor and Pip-boy by Deserter X and Mitosuke. I decided to take the liberty of adding the Pip-boy location of the cemetery, just in case you forgot. I hope you don't mind seeing that at the beginning of this mod piece. Overall, it's very simple to find. As soon as you get to the cemetery, you take a quick walk to your left, and before you know it, you'll come across the chest that contains the Black Widow armor. And it's as simple as lockpicking to get it out. It comes with a short story that explains the sad events that happened to a woman who lost her husband, not unlike the female character you may be playing in Fallout 4. Well, actually, you are playing, because there isn't any way to play anything other than that. The presentation of this suit is immaculate. It uses a multitude of other mods. Let's see, the Rogue Outfit by Eleonora, UMP Rogue Armor by Aliq, which is a Skyrim mod. The coat does possess physics. As the mod author said, they aren't perfect physics, but still, without a doubt, physics are definitely welcome versus some sort of static, non-moving cloth. Everything here is quite impressive, even if you look at the eyes of the Widow outfit that remind me very much of the Splinter Cell night vision goggles. There is a great deal of detail in that space alone. The way it catches light and the reflecting of the background or the foreground is quite impressive. You'll find the phrase "till death" put onto the very face masks of this hood, and I find the texture work and quality to be just amazing, because it simply does look like you could see the very fibers of the mask, and that is staggering. The coat itself is very feminine, yet quite badass. That's all I can say. It's pretty legit. This has become one of my favorite armor mods on the Nexus, alongside those of the Lord of War. The detail here is just phenomenal. The only thing I could say is it would be cool to see what's going on under the long coat. But, oh well, what can you do? The chest plate, or as much as I can see that is visible, is another piece of fine craftsmanship as far as 3D modeling, texture work, and meshing goes. The way it catches light, the thread count that can be found in between the breastplate and the sternum, I believe, is just, once again, another one of those little subtle nuances that just pops out in your face and reminds you of the fantastic work that can be found on the Nexus. That is nothing short of almost professional to me, for the simple fact that some of these pieces you find are far superior to that of vanilla assets found in the game. Though no vanilla assets were used here, I'm just saying. Overall, the texture work and meshes are just beautiful to behold. And just, you spend time staring at this work. Honestly, this has to be one of the best mod on the Nexus, one of the best armor mods, and I strongly suggest you check it out, especially if you have a female character. It does change your Pip-boy to black too, I believe, but since my Pip-boy was already black, I didn't notice. The boots are beautiful. There seem to be flowing daggers on the thighs, but you can't use them, unfortunately. That would be a cool little thing later on, like someone creates a mod that is throwing daggers and it would just totally fit this like a glove. Oh, well, that's gonna do it for me. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe if you so choose, because I cannot ask you to give more of a fuck than I do. And I will see you later. Adios, bichachos.